It says I'm live. Hey everybody, welcome into the Flippin Hippos YouTube channel. Today is Wednesday. Let me double check because oftentimes I'm wrong. Yes, it's April 24th. It is Wednesday. Welcome in, guys. I see Trina's here. I wonder how much of the show I can watch before the babies wake up. Hopefully all of it. Not just so you get to see the whole show, but so you get, a whole hour of peace or so. Nap time was always a favorite time of mine when my almost adults were small. Holly's in the house. Hi, Thrifty Falconer's wife, the cherry picker. So this is like a really weird time for me to go live, but you guys know that sometimes I like to just pop up at different times just to see if I can get some different folks able to watch me live that don't normally get to watch me live. By going at different times, I can sometimes enable that for some folks. I don't have all the lights on in the room. I think the sunshine's enough. It is always amateur hour here, so if anybody feels like they need more lights, I guess I can go get up and go turn them on, but I think the sunlight's enough. They're going to start mowing my lawn in a minute, so I don't even know if that's going to get loud and bother us, but we'll do what we can. Amateurs. Cherry Bar said hi to you. Cherry Picker. Nicole's here. Hi. John. Wade is here. Hey, Wade. I have already been hard at work all morning. I've been up since 7:30. I've listed roughly 10 new plush on our eBay. I've already cross-posted to Posh, shared Posh. I spent an hour on the phone dealing with something with my doctor. They changed locations or something. Anyway, what else have I done? I've done photos. I've done measurements. I have been a busy little bee today. But thank you for stopping in, Wade. Donatella. Let's see. Red Neckerson's Resales. Nathan is here. Hello. I've already got a plush out and I'm playing with it. Donatella says it's lunch break. Yeah, I just crammed like a ham and cheese sandwich in my face like 10 minutes before going live. I was like, rah! I hope I don't have mustard on my face. Because I forget to eat sometimes. Like, especially when I get up early and I get right to work. The screen's starting to look a little blue. Hey, Lucille, welcome in. Virginia, hello. Daisy, thank you so much for the 99-cent super chat. Appreciate it. Carrie Berry's mom is here with a question. Disney Baby, 33-inch Mickey and Minnie Mouse, sell together or separately? I would honestly probably sell them as a set, but then you're looking at a lot of money. And as far as how much to sell them for, I would have to know a little bit more information on them. Are they Walt Disney World Resort? Are they Disney Store? Are they just Disney? What do they look like? Are they in outfits? Things like that. But yeah, I would probably sell them together. If you want to send me photos of Casey, I'm live. Stop. If you want to send me photos of the plush on Facebook, you can, and I will take a look at them for you. Bonnie says first time in on a live show. Trey is here. Animal Kingdom Eeyore. Yeah, I would check the title on that. Also remember that plush are super, super long tail. So I don't know how long is to you, but on some of the plush, even popular ones, even super duper special rare ones, if they're expensive, you may be sitting for up to a year. Because you're waiting for that one adult in the whole world who's willing to come in and spend, $50+ on a toy, basically. We're just going to put my phone over here. Well, the Disney Resort, I feel like, is a little bit more pricey to me. Disney Store is more pricey, too. Like, the Disney, that you could just pick up in the store is a lot different. Disney Store has value to it. Disney Resort's more like a souvenir that you can only get at the park, so it has more value. As far as how fast they sell, I don't think Disney Store versus Disney Resort has any bearing. It's usually like the character, the size, what they look like, if they're wearing special outfits. I have said this before, but I will tell you guys this again. It's a definite bolo. The more obscure villains always sell for the most money and the fastest. And I'm talking like obscure villains. We had a Sir Hiss from Robin Hood last summer, and he sold for like 60 or 75. I can't remember if we took a best offer, had shipping on him, but he was really expensive and he went fast. Someone just sold a penguin puppet for $60. We sold so many plush overnight. Brenda, hey, welcome into your first live. You're working right now on your second job, right? You all know we had like 3 sales yesterday. Sales were really dismal. They were bad. We sold 13 items overnight, so I guess things are picking back up. And 4 or 5 of those were plush. So I don't know what's going on there. Anyway, villains are my favorite peoples. Me too, actually. It goes back to like the whole Marvel DC argument nerds have. I actually do think Marvel is better than DC. Overall storylines, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, their superheroes, I do like those better. But there will always be a special place in my heart for DC because Batman or Gotham villains are the absolute best, most amazing villains. I love Batman villains. Love them. I say as I'm wearing a Captain Marvel shirt, right? But, okay. So, if you didn't see it yesterday, when I did the clothing haul, part 1 of what we got sourcing, we went to 2 Goodwills on Saturday. The Goodwills were closed on Sunday for Easter, so they did their 99-cent sale on Saturday this week, and we went to 2 stores. We ended up getting some items that I just threw on the floor. 104 items for $104.23. So it averaged out to about $1 an item. We did pay full price for a couple of items, but I got a slew of 50-cent plush. I'm blocking Hannah. Say hi, Hannah. Only 6 for me. Well, we had a terrible Easter weekend. We only sold 16 items all weekend. And yesterday we shipped out 3. And I can't remember the last time we only had 3 sales. We're talking like back in 2016 when I was still working outside the house. This was Keith's one-man show and he was selling his stuff from around the house. It was dismal. It was really bad. So the fact that we bounded back with 13, I feel like we're kind of owed that because we should be selling that much. We've been working really hard. We've been listing a lot and kind of spinning our wheels and going backwards a little bit. But that happens. I mean, it's online sales. It's a roller coaster. You could have 50 sales one day and none for a week. No, if you didn't have any for a week, something's wrong. But you know what I mean. Cherry picker, people don't like it when I say this, but I'm going to say it. The reset is not a thing. We were told by eBay higher ups at eBay Open, and we've been told on the phone by eBay concierge that the reset is not a thing. It is something that the lesser trained eBay phone customer service reps will say or do to placate or please upset sellers when they call in claiming they don't have sales or whatever. It's not a real thing. They're not really doing anything. And when you start selling after you call in, it's probably just a coincidence. I've just been told by too many eBay actual people that work in the United States and California at the headquarters that it's not a real thing. It's a rumor. It's something they say they do, but they don't. That's what we've been told. I don't believe in it. If you really feel like you need a reset, go in, end some items that are about to end anyway, because we're all good till canceled now. If they're about to end them, tweak them, and throw them back in and reset yourself. Nicole, typically, no, I do not sell unbranded plush or anything without some kind of a label or tush tag, with rare exceptions. If I find something that is very clearly a Winnie the Pooh or a Tigger or a Minnie Mouse and it has no tags, I will sell it, but I, mention that it doesn't have a brand on it. And I have bought giant lots and bags of plush that come with the little tiny generic ones in it. Generic? That's not a word. And I will lot those up as teacher's prizes or carnival prizes or something exciting. And I'll just sell 10 of them for $10 or whatever. And that's only when they, you get them in those big bags you buy or whatever. If I get a couple of them out of there that's going to pay for the bag plus make profit, then the generic ones I'll just sell as like prizes, I guess. eBay shipping coming out of your bank account rather than your PayPal. Yeah, you need to go into the back end of your PayPal and check that everything's set up properly. And then, like Donatella said, you may need to give them your social security number. Lesser trained. Well, I was trying to be nice and say anyone that's not a concierge rep based in the state of California. That aren't trained, at the headquarters where everyone works. So, I think that was a Posh sale, so I really want to know. Oh, just an offer. I'll get to that later. Will do. Thank you. Call them again. No, John, I haven't had any listings disappear, but this really weird thing keeps happening to where items that sell, that we know sold, sell again. So somehow items are getting relisted in our active listings that have already sold, and we can't figure out. It's got to be a glitch because, clearly you can make mistakes. We're all human. So say if something sold on Poshmark and Keith ended it on eBay and it went to the unsolds and he failed to tell me, and this has happened. We're human. It is very plausible that I would go into those unsolds and accidentally relist that item back into eBay that already sold on Poshmark. But things that have sold on eBay are not going to the unsolds. They're going to the solds or the orders. So there's no way we're accidentally grabbing those and relisting them. So I don't know what's going on. We've caught quite a few in the past weeks. And it's infuriating. We have almost 2,000 listings. Like, I really need to be going through them every day to double check. But that's what we're encountering right now. Noelle is in the house. She says, hey, Miss Plushy Queen. As of last night, 511 live listings, trying to get to 700 by end of May, and 1,000 by eBay Open. She misses talking to everyone, but the landscaping life is real. Noelle, those are some pretty awesome goals. I know you're super busy. I miss talking to you too. I feel like we did used to talk more. But the thing is, it's that time of year when your landscaping business is going to get super busy and you need to take care of that. And number 2, you have a lot of goals on eBay that you're trying to reach, and you probably should reach before eBay Open when we all take a week off to go to Vegas. And number 3, yes, I miss you, but how much are we going to be able to hang out in Vegas and talk and have drinks and go places and do fun stuff? So we're putting our heads down right now, putting all this extra work in, building up towards that workcation. And we're just going to look at it like everyone that we miss so much that we don't have a lot of time for, we'll have a lot of time for that week. So, some of ours are actually selling twice, and that's a pain in the butt, Holly. Pain in the butt. 2 disappeared from unsolds. Yeah, I haven't seen that happen. They disappear from drafts on us, and they get relisted somehow when they're sold. I have never seen that glitch. If anyone else has seen the glitch John is talking about, shout out to him, help him out. Donatella says her break is over, gotta get some stuff listed. Thank you for showing up, Donatella, and for popping in. You can always watch the replay later if you want to see the plush, which I'm finally going to dive into. But hey, we just had a lot of fun chatting and talking, and I love talking to you guys and answering your questions. Wade says, I need some hippo time in Vegas. Do you need hippo time or Keith time? Because I know that a lot of you guys made really good friends with Keith, and Wade was one of them. They hung out Skyfall Lounge for a while. Keith was just talking about you the other day, Wade. He said he misses you and he can't wait to see you. So we hope you come to the meetup at Skyfall. We can all hang out again. And go look at the bathrooms that are 50 floors up with glass floors. I can hardly wait to see you all there. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Well, I think that was proven last year that because 98% of us are YouTubers. What happens in Vegas goes on YouTube, right? All right, let's jump into the haul. Speaking of Disney, Keith found these, and they were $3.99. I already took photos of this. I'm getting ready to list it. But they were $3.99, so the price tag's been picked off. But they're 4 shot glasses. There's Steamboat Willie, Brave Little Tailor, Sorcerer's Apprentice, and the Mickey Mouse Club. So 4 different versions of Mickey Mouse. New in the box, Walt Disney World for $3.99. It depends on the Build-A-Bear, Ronald. The $4 is pretty steep. If it's plain, absolutely not. If it's a pop culture character, it would depend on which character it was and how big. Alright guys, I got some shoes. These have been soaked and drenched in Lysol. I'm very careful to stay away from the glitter. But the glitter is getting all over my table. That's fun. Okay, so these were 99 cents, which is why I picked them up. Because the brand is Joey. Which, whatever. But check them out. They're like wedge heels. And they're glittery and sparkly and fancy pants. And they were the color of the week. So they were 99 cents. And I just thought they were just ugly enough. Yeah, it would really depend. It would have to be like either discontinued or a really good pop culture character that's like popular right now or about to be, like there's a movie coming out. Most of the Build-A-Bears will have a year somewhere on their tush tag as far as I've ever seen. You can also Google or look at other listings on eBay to see. Alright, I only got 2 pairs of shoes this week. This is, Justice, which I believe is a mall brand. They're also sparkly and glittery, but they're also leopard print. So, like, ugly sells, right? How ugly is that sparkly, rainbow, glittery leopard print, guys? And that's the end of the shoes and the shot glasses. As you can tell, I'm going to get a paper towel real quick and wipe some of this glitter off the table before I start pulling all my plush out. Because then I'm going to have glitter-covered plush. Can I market those as stripper plush? Demonetized. Alright, I got the glitter off the table. Okay, so now let's get into the plush. This is the only one I paid more than $1 for. He was $1.99. His name is Leonardo, and he is a leopard, and he is a Hallmark animal, and he is French.
I could use a little pick-me-up, so go ahead, pick me up.
Oh, his tail moves.
Oh, you are a little wild thing, aren't you?
Move your tail. Okay, now he won't move his tail.
You will come back, won't you? Oh, don't just stick
There he
to my
goes.
toes. Give me a big hug.
So he says several...
That's the way, I like it.
He says several different things, and he's French, and he does say oui oui. And every once in a while he says...
As they say in my country, humana, humana, humana.
And sometimes he says...
Oh, you are a little wild thing, aren't you?
So I had to get him. I fell in love with him. Are you going to be quiet now?
I like it.
Leonardo. He says several different things. He says, ho, 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 wee, 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 and all kinds of fun stuff. And he's super cute. And
Getting very impatient.
he's moving his tail again. I turned him off, but sometimes he keeps talking. And I actually wasn't going to get him. I was playing with him for a little bit.
Pointless to resist my irresistibleness.
You can't resist his irresistibleness. So I put him back on the shelf, and I started to walk away from him.
You need your rest.
And I swear he was off, and he said, You can't resist my irresistibleness. And I had to go back and get him. And I paid $2 for him. But isn't he cute? And I think he's finally off. I'm not sure if you can turn him off. I think I pushed the button. I think I do. And he just keeps going until he's ready to stop. This is a Hershey Bar. This is like the second Hershey Bar I have found in a couple of weeks. Oh, everything I'm about to show you, these guys have all been photographed. Some of them have already been listed. I've got them sorted into bags by how much we paid, which I did as I was photographing them. And then I will be able to put them in the location I know where they go. I do take pictures of them with a tag, like where their location is going to be later, so I can put it in the SKU line. This bag's like trying to fall off the chair. So this bag was 50-cent plush. Everything I'm about to show you was 50 cents. So the Hershey Bear, which is Hershey's, it's not Hershey Park, but he's still Hershey's. And he was 50 cents. And this Pooh Bear was 50 cents. He's supposed to do something. I actually haven't played around with him too much. I'm going to have to unscrew his feet off, check his batteries, make sure there's no battery corrosion, and test him and see what, if anything, he does. But for 50 cents, I figured he was worth a shot. I mean, if we have to defect him and take that as a loss, that's fine. It's worth the risk for only 50 cents. He's got a blankie. He's a baby Pooh. He's so cute. So he will get set aside with the other plush that I've been saying I'm going to test for like a year. The I don't wannas. Let's look at this guy. He's a Pokemon. And Keith told me what character he is, and I've already forgotten, but that's okay. Because I can ask Keith again before I list it or look it up myself. But he is Tommy. So if you are going to get Pokemons, Tommy is a very, very good brand of Pokemon plush. You want to look for that. And he's cute. He's so cute. He's fat. I like him. And for 50 cents, why not? I got a Paw Patrol Dog. And, here's a good example for Nicole. Were you the one that asked about the tush tags? He doesn't have any tush tags or hang tags of any sort denoting his brand, but he's recognizable enough to see that he is Paw Patrol, and he was only 50 cents, so I'm willing to list him without the tags, and I would just disclose that. Dab Kitty Sparkle. I have to get cleaning done, but I have to see the plush. How super cool. How super cool. Ha 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 ha. He was 50 cents. That's my account laugh. He's vintage. He's got a vintage applause tag, much like the one on my Gremlin and the Odie I have that's vintage applause. And he was 50 cents. He's got his cape. This is sticking out a little weird. I did clean off his spectacle with a paper towel moistened with Awesome for his photo shoot. And I'll just disclose, I think it's supposed to weigh, I don't know. But for 50 cents for a vintage count from Sesame Street, wasn't going to pass it up. I got a Webkin with a sealed code. Guys know I say the Gans Webkins with the sealed codes are definite bolos. I get these even without the codes, and they're hit or miss. The ones without the codes I've seen go anywhere from $10 to $20 depending on the character and how popular. But when I find them for 50 cents, I do snatch them up. This one has a code though, and he's a really cute spotted frog. And he's got his little Webkins decal on his belly. I just listed a 36-inch Super Mega Pooh that weighs 25 pounds. It's hefty like Pooh himself. Bought for $5. That's awesome. We had two really giant poos. I think ours only weighed like 5 or 10 pounds. One's still up there upstairs, and one sold really quickly, both from yard sales. I forget what I did for shipping. I think I put like the FedEx option. Okay, I only got this because some of y'all were talking about these in our Flippin' Hippos Reseller Pod Facebook group. There was a whole thread where a bunch of the members of the group were talking about these plush blankets that have like the plush animal head, but then they're like a blanket. Now this is a really tiny one. The ones they were showing were really big, but they are all different animals and brands. And I guess they're called Lovies. That's what they said in the group. And I went through that thread and read everything in it and took it to heart because you guys, I even learn from you sometimes. We all learn from each other. That's what's great about the reseller community. But I was lurking in our own group, and when I saw this, I thought, well, that's a Lovey. It's a small one, but it is a Lovey, and he was 50 cents, and he's a panda. I love pandas, so that is, I don't even know if I've seen him before and just didn't think to pick him up, or if I've just never seen him before. It just seemed ironic that right after reading that thread, I found one, but I will be keeping my eyes out for Lovies. And another Dory. I keep finding Dories. I just wonder if after Finding Dory came out, everybody bought their kids plush. This is the Kohl's Cares, and then they outgrew them and they keep donating them. But I feel like I find a Dory a week. Disney, Pixar, and she's Kohl's Cares. Lovey security blankets. Oh, and Donatella left us, didn't she? Because I have two. I have two monkey plush in here that I absolutely thought of Donatella when I sourced them. For those of you that don't know Donatella, she is in our Facebook group. She has her own Facebook group about storage units, and she had bought a lot of monkeys off of Facebook Marketplace. Just tons of monkey plush, like hundreds of them. And so she was up to her eyeballs in monkeys for a long time, listing them and selling them. And kind of like everybody thinks of me when they see hippos, well, now most of us think of Donatella when we see monkeys. I wanted to show these to her, so hopefully, Donatella, you watch the replay and you're looking at this later. I got this little Wild Republic black, I think he's a gorilla, monkey, ape, whatever. I got a Curious George with a blue tie. He is an Applause, but he's not vintage. And this is a Applause by Russ. He's still super soft and super cute for 50 cents. Yeah, that's what they said in the thread, Dab Kitty, that they're sometimes in the blankets or in with the baby stuff. And speaking of Disney Store, this is an exclusive. Sorry, guys. I have no depth perception, so there you go. Authentic! Exclusive Disney Store original Simba, and he's a pretty big one too. It's not by any means wee little or teeny tiny, and he was 50 cents, and like for his size, absolutely. Plus the live action Lion King is coming out soon, guys. Who's excited for that? That and Aladdin. Revisit my own childhood. Well, we are going to go see them because I'm a big kid at heart. But yeah, keep your eye out for Lion King, Aladdin, Dumbo's in theaters right now, and Toy Story 4 is coming out. So keep an eye out for those popular characters, because when those movies hit, parents will buy the toys for their kids. This is Nanco, so I did find Patrick here. I found a Patrick, I want to say it was 2 weeks ago. I showed him to you in my haul. He was a little smaller than this one. He was about this big. He sold last night when I mentioned we sold a bunch of plush overnight. He was one of the ones that just sold. This one's a little bit bigger than him, but he's got damage on his eyes. And he's Nanco. The smaller Patrick was Nickelodeon brand. He did sell for $11. He was 50 cents. So this one, I was probably going to list like at 13, 14 because of his larger size. I think I put him up for 12 just because of the damage. And he's a bigger Patrick, but he's not as good of a brand. Plush are people too. How do you think those plush feel when you just throw them over there? I know it would hurt me. They're being tossed onto a soft pile, and they will be sorted into their bags. I put them in bags before they ship, you know. They're fine. They're fine. That's funny. I wrap the plush in saran wrap. Mine gets stored in bags, but I think they'll live. Anyway, this guy, super cute. He is Pittsburgh Zoo and PPG Aquarium, which if you go into my backyard, you can smell the zoo from here. It's over the river, down a ways, and over there. It's like the way a crow flies, the zoo's pretty close, but there's train tracks and a river, and then it's over here and it's back there and it's behind the neighborhood. So it's actually pretty far by car, but you can smell it. Anybody ever lived near a zoo? And this is a Wild Republic, and I do find a lot of these Wild Republics that have the Pittsburgh Zoo and Aquarium tag on them, probably because people get them as souvenirs at the zoo, and then when they're done, they donate them to the Goodwills around here. But this guy is so just cute. Look at his little bat face and his little bat teeth. His little bat teethies. I think he's so cute. No zoos in New Hampshire. I actually grew up by the zoo in Tucson, where I was born and raised, Tucson, Arizona. And my grandma lived a block away from the zoo, and the male lion, when he would come out and roar, roar, the big lion noise, you could hear him inside her house. It was so cool. So I grew up hearing lions, and now I live near another zoo. Y'all know I love my classic toy company plush. I mention them all the time, especially the dragons. The dragons, for whatever reason, this bag is going to be me. We're going to be fighting in a second. The dragons, for whatever reason, do well. It doesn't matter what color, size, or, the style of dragon. The dragons do really well, but I get all classic toys. Classic toy company toys, stuffed animals. And this dragon's kind of neat. I think he's a Chinese dragon. He's got cool collars going on. And for 50 cents, who could say no? Got a little Scooby Doo. Do I ever go to 84? What's that? I just dropped Scooby Doo. Sorry. They said I need to treat my plush better, and I just dropped you on your face. Anyway, he is a wee little Scooby, but he's super cute. And he is an applause. And I guess I should see if this one has a year on it. It doesn't look like a vintage applause tag. And I have, old people eyes. People can't see. I'll inspect him later for a date. But he's cute anyway for 50 cents. I got a wee little Grinch. The classic toys, yeah, they're really cheaply made. Like carnival price toys or like the claw machine. But for whatever reason, people love them, adore them, and collect them. Every single time I list one, it sells pretty quickly. Some of them are really long tail and sit around forever because some aren't as popular. Like I have a giant bulldog. We've had him for 9 months now. I may drop his price. He's at $25. I mean, he's big. But like the dragons go really fast. The owls go pretty fast. And then we always get messages from people. Do you have this animal in X color? Or this style dragon? Can you let us know when you get more in? There are definitely people who seek them out and collect them. Now, how much you can price them for is hit or miss. I've brought home classic toys that I've listed at 10 or 12 after I've comped them. Disappointing. But I brought home some that went up for 25 or 30. So I just try to only get them for 50 cents or 99 cents at the most. Unless they're super big or super cool and I know that I'm going to list them for more. This little Grinch is a plastic keychain Grinch. And he was Hershey Foods Corporation. So he opens up. And I'm wondering if he didn't have some kind of candy inside of him at some point. Or he was meant to be a stocking stuffer. Because he is made by Hershey. And this thing is so cute. I just listed her this morning. This is Clover, or him. I don't know if it's a boy or a girl. It is from Sophia the First, the Disney Junior show. I have Maximus, the Pegasus from Sophia the First in the store. And now I will have Clover. No, I've never seen it. I've just done the research when I brought the animals home. So this talks.
No. Do not
It's a
hug me
boy.
now. This is not a hugging day. No. Okay, if you gotta hug me, then can I at least get something to eat, please? Are you gonna finish the rest of that cookie?
There's one
You know
more.
what I love most? You. Well, you and cookies.
Isn't he cute? So cute. So that one's already actually listed in the store. So is this one. This is a Beanie Boo. This was a disappointing Beanie Boo. So the difference between Beanie Babies and Beanie Boos, the Beanie Boos are newer. I'm sure you guys have seen the Beanie Boos. They have the ginormous eyeballs. Some have solid eyes and some have glitter eyes. The glitter eyes are more sought after, and you can sell for a little bit more. Like if I had this fish with solid eyes and this fish with glitter eyes, I would probably put the glitter eyes up for $2-ish bucks more than the solid eye one. So yeah, the glitter eyes are more sought after and you can charge a little bit more. But these again, I'll only pay like 50 cents or $1 for, because I've gotten even these tiny ones. I've gotten Beanie Boos home, and they all have their name on their tag, just like the original Beanie Babies. This is Sammy the Goldfish. I've gotten home and looked them up and found that they sell for $20. And this guy I just listed for $10 because everyone else is selling him for like $4 and $5. I can't compete with that because gotta pay for shipping. But yeah, these again, I always pick up Beanie Boos when I see them. Always, if they're 50 cents or $1. I wouldn't pay much more than that unless it's one that I've sold in the past that I know is going to go for a lot. There are some I would pay $2 and $3 for just from knowing that I've sourced them before, comped them, and sold them for a little bit more money. There is a Panda Bear. I will give you guys a bolo. She's pink and white, and her name's Mandy. Mandy the Panda. And the glitter eye one, her, that's the medium-sized one, we sold for like $20 last year. So I've been getting all the Mandys I find since then. Clover's talking. And then there's a Ming. So sometimes if I find a Mandy and a Ming, he's blue and white, and they both have glitter eyes, I can sell them in a lot together for like $20. And there's a couple of monkeys, Coconut, and I can't remember the name of the other one, Grapes maybe, that are more popular. I'd never had a Sammy before. I was willing to try them for 50 cents. And even 50 cents, you know, into $10 gross for something that weighs like 3 ounces, that's still not bad. It's bread and butter plush, filler plush. I'm going to read the chat real quick. Nathan says, on a serious note, I bought a large 23-inch lion. Thought it might have been at Disney. When I got home and could see better, it's a cow toy. I'd list it. I mean, even if it's cow toy, if it's big like that, you can get, you know, you can probably charge calculated shipping and get $18-20. Noah went to her first yard sale this weekend on her way home from a landscaping job. Spent $62. A whole collection of vintage car and truck shop manuals and scrapbook stuff. That's awesome. We still haven't had any yard sales in our area. I think actually this Saturday the first neighborhood yard sale is happening, but it's unfortunate that it's timed on the same weekend that our friend from the Army is going to be in town visiting, and we're all going to see Avengers Endgame. So I guess next weekend will have to be hopefully there'll be some in the area we can go to. Some are going for over $100. Whoop whoop! All right, I got a couple more 50 centers to show you. When I told you I hit the 50-cent jackpot on plush, I was not kidding. There were 19 of them. I guess that's not like a huge jackpot. Longtime viewers will remember when I used to come home from yard sales last year and say, I just bought 200 plush off of one guy for $20. So I have had like huge hauls that I've brought home. Lance, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. He says, all hail Bucket Queen. I don't want to explain that. But Spiraled Out is Lance. Most of you know him as Reselling to Recovery. He is one of my mods on the channel and moderators in our Facebook group. He's also a very, very dear, close friend of mine. And there was a bucket of alcohol on Easter that was talked about and an inside joke. And he's trying to get me to rename myself to Bucket Queen instead of Plushy Queen. Anyway, thank you so much for the super chat, Lance. Don't forget to write that off as educational. So 19 plush. There's not that many. But when you're getting 50-cent plush, to me, that's a lot. They dump them all in a cart at the front of the store. Everybody and their brother can see them and dig through them. So whenever I get to them and I find, 19 of them, to me, that's a really good day. That's a really good plush haul. It's $9.50 for 19 plush, and you see what kind of plush I get. A lot of Disney and really good characters, talking animals and things like that. So I'm stoked. I feel like 19's a lot. My daughter claims all the Beanie Boos. So I did get a Boots. He's also a TY or Ty, however y'all say it. That's the other thing I will get by TY or Ty. Beanie Babies? No. Beanie Boos? Yes. Recognizable characters? Every time. So I did get Boots from Dora the Explorer. They are being tossed back here on us all. They're in a pile. They're fine. You guys okay? Hey, they look fine to me. And look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Other nerds, rejoice with me for my 50-cent Link from Zelda Plush. He has a shield. He has his sword. And he's official. He is the Legend of Zelda Phantom Hourglass. So, here's the funny thing. The 50-cent plush are at the Goodwill that's closest to us. So, of all the Goodwills that we do travel around to every weekend, the one that's closest to us is the one that we start at. Because it's like a 10-minute drive at the most. Maybe 8-minute drive. So, we get there right when it opens at 11. Both of the girls that work every single Sunday, they know us in there. They know we're resellers. They know what we do with everything that we buy. They know we have an eBay store and we do Poshmark. But they're both very, very sweet, very friendly, very nice girls who do sometimes pull things out and set them aside or bring them to us. Hey, I found this. Do you want it? So on Saturday when we went in, I'm the plushie queen. What are they going to do to me? The plushie abuse squad works for me, right? Anyway, we walked in Saturday. One of the girls says, Star, there's a Zelda plush in the 50-cent bucket. You got to go get it. I was beelining for the jeans, right? Because 99 cents stay on jeans is always good. So I'm beelining for the jeans. And she's like, Star, you've got to go look in the 50-cent bin first today. I just put it out. I saw a Zelda plush. I know you want him. He looks like something you'd resell. And he was right on top. And I'm actually glad I went and beelined for him because I don't think he would have lasted long in that cart. He might have been gone till I was done looking through the jeans. So, the moral of the story is be nice to people. If you're a regular in any kind of thrift store where people, I want to say this nicely, where people aren't jerks, because I do know that there are some people I've talked to in the reselling community who are regulars, specific Goodwills or certain Goodwills, and the people there treat them very badly or are very rude to them because they know they're resellers. Those kind of people, all you can really do is just take them with a grain of salt and kill them with kindness. But if people are nice and friendly to you, it pays to be nice and friendly back and be honest with them about what we do. Because had I not made these relationships with these girls, I would have just dug to the jeans and missed out on my link. So, my 50 cent, I really want to keep them. You guys, we have several shelves in our bedroom with our nerd stuff on it. And I think he'd look great with me and Keith's nerd stuff. But I know he's going to go for a really good bit of money. And he was only 50 cents. He's got a Nintendo trademark on his tag. So he will be resold. But he might be one of the ones, I have a couple on my desk. They hang out with me until they find their forever home. I have a Harley Quinn on my desk. I have a couple guys that I just hang out with until they go home. So, or go to their new forever home. All right, I got a couple more plush to show you guys. I'm all of a sudden really loud and excited. Sorry. These plush came from this second Goodwill we went to. And I got them all for 99 cents. The Goodwill closest to us is the only Goodwill in the area that has the 50 cent plush. Everywhere else has them extravagantly marked up. I have seen Disney Park and Walt Disney Resort plush for $9 and $10 in some of the other Goodwills. They are all really, really high priced, but occasionally you'll run across some that they just priced at 99 cents or $1.99. And a lot of times I can find the color of the week, which is 99 cents. So at the second Goodwill, I got the Leonardo Talking Leopard for $1.99. And then I found a handful of other plush that we were either marked 99 cents or the color of the week. Be kind, yeah. Nathan says, I am never nice. Well, there's a difference between just tolerating rude people and ignoring them and going on about your business, which I still think is being nice, and engaging with them and giving them that negative attention that they're seeking. I personally don't have energy for people like that. I don't know. If you're mean and you're negative and you want to pick a fight, don't come to me because I don't care. I have plenty of people that I like, that I surround myself with, that give me positive interactions, and that's what I'm going to save my energy for. So I'm not always nice, but I'm really super good at ignoring people. I wish we had a block button. We're going to show him last. He's cool. I wish we had a block button in real life, like on Facebook. Wouldn't that be great? Need a drink of water. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It looks like I got 5 for 99 cents a piece. And the $2 leopard, French leopard. Oh. All right, I got a sock monkey. He's Dandy. Y'all, Dandy's Collector Choice is a Bolo brand for plush. And sock monkeys are always a good find. Anytime I find sock monkeys for $1 or less, I like to get them. Dandy especially, but any sock monkeys seem to be popular. People really like the sock monkeys. And when they have neat stuff going on, like clothing or ears, they're even more desirable. Holly, I didn't even think about that. I was so used to when Lance was home after surgery that I keep forgetting that he's at his out of the house job. I just feel like he should be here. Alright, got another Kohl's Cares animal. Oh. This one's an elephant, and he's just, I don't think he's from a book or a story or anything, but he's just cute. And I'm so sorry, I'm yawning. I got a Build-A-Bear dog. I feel like we've had this dog before. This one was 99 cents. But I feel like this is something we had like a year and a half ago that we found for $1. And these plain animals from Build-A-Bear that aren't recognizable characters I wouldn't pay more than 99 cents for. Something like this, I'd probably list around 18, 20, maybe 16 if there's a ton of jerks like selling them for $5 or whatever. I needed a plushie fixed today. I need a plushie fixed every day. I like my plush. Here's another monkey. Made me think of Donatella. Only 5 likes. There's 10. There's 10 now. Noelle says like it, and people like it. I love it. Thank you. Everyone is just used to you being a slacker. So this little monkey, has a hospital gown on, and it says hang in there, feel better, and he's got sticky hands. They're Velcro, but don't tell anyone that. We'll get VRO'd. I'll call them sticky hands in the listing. Got a little white belly, and it's from the Hershey Petting Zoo, which is part of the Hershey Park over in Hershey, PA. So, 1, the brand, but 2, how cute is this? Somebody is going to buy this for somebody that just had surgery or is feeling under the weather. It's cute. Last one today. And I don't know what to do with this. If anybody else has any more information on this pony, by all means, please let me know. I was actually listing plush before I went live, and I got to this guy, and he kind of hung me up. I did some research on him. I kind of know what I have, but I'm not sure if I can list it. Is that the saggy baggy elephant? It might be. The saggy baggy elephant. When I was actually, so I'm going to talk about him a little bit more in a second. I put him on hold. I saved him to drafts with the notes in there that I want to tell myself later about him. And then I started to list this one. When I looked up Kohl's Cares elephants, all I was seeing was obviously Dumbo. And there's one with the glasses from the other book. I didn't see any of him, but he might be the saggy baggy elephant. So I will definitely look that up and get this listing finished when we're done here. Thank you so much, Katie, for mentioning that. And now that I think about it, he does look like the saggy baggy elephant. Golden books were my favorite when I was a kid. The 20th was has it been a year already? I feel like, you know when you got burned, so don't listen to me. I just can't believe it's already been a year. So this is Blazing Star. He's a bat pony. Everything I've been able, there's none of him on eBay. I looked up his name, Blazing Star. I looked up My Little Pony Bat Ponies, and he doesn't come up. So when I Googled him, the information I got about this guy, this girl, I think she's a girl, that this was a mascot or an official, mascot of a brony convention. If you don't know what a brony is, I think they're boys that like My Little Ponies, but the brony convention says it's for all lovers of My Little Pony. Anyway, it looks like this was like an official mascot for a brony convention. But the only actual plush I found of this was on this really weird, obscure website that had 3 different styles of this ponies in a plush form. This was one of them. This was Blazing Star 2.0. They had Blazing Star 2.0, and Blazing Star 3.0. It looks like it's plush that she specifically made for specific years for the brony conventions and sold them for like $20 or $30. But it has her first and last name on the website, and it says all the designs belong to her, and she did these plush and sold them as a special item for people that went to the convention. So if it's that proprietary and I list this, is she going to come find me and sue me? I don't know. I just don't know, because I cannot find any other, not even the plastic toys. I cannot find this pony when I Google it or go on eBay. The only brony boy ponies, My Little Ponies with bat teeth, anything like that, this one never comes up. And when you Google this pony, like I said, it's connected to brony conventions. And then the only plush I've ever found was on this lady's website. So I don't know what I'm going to do with this. Like, I probably have a gold mine here. This could be something that was from a convention and is worth a lot of money, but it could also be something I can't list because she holds all the rights to it. So I don't know. It's cute. I definitely saw it for 99 cents and snatched it up and thought, well, gee, that's a cute pony. She, like, legit has fangs. Can you see them? She's a little bat pony. So, the poly bags we get from the Boxery. I just don't want to go anywhere else and buy them. I like having them delivered right to my door. They have really good prices if you buy in bulk. And they have really amazing customer service. They actually are like a sponsored, what is the word I'm looking for? I can't even think of the word I'm looking for. They are a sponsored tent. They're at eBay Open and they sell stuff and they're there, and whatever word I'm looking for, I apparently have not had enough sleep for my brain to think of it. They're a sponsored. It's almost there. I almost got it, but I'm just going to move on. Anyway, they do go to the eBay Open and they have like a little booth there. They're really nice people. I love the Boxery. And you can buy tons and tons of them in bulk for really good prices. It's in the description box down below. I have to tell you by law, if you click the link in our description box to the Boxery and make a purchase, we can make a few pennies in commission. Vendor is the word I'm looking for. I kept wanting to say commissary or commission. I don't know why. Vendor is the word I'm looking for. I need to sleep more. So, again, I don't know if this is actually one of that lady's ponies from her website, what it is. I'm going to probably hold off on listing it just because I don't like to expend like tons of time on one thing when I'm listing. Typically, I can, if it's plush or jeans, in an hour, I can do 10 to 15, just boom, 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 boom. I know what I'm doing. I know the brands. I know the characters. I don't even comp 25% of the plush I list. And jeans, I don't really comp at all. So anytime I actually have to stop and research and look and do some stuff, it's just like, ugh. I usually save it to draft and go back to it at another time when I have some non-existent spare time to do a little bit more delving. I do want to get it up, but again, I have listing goals every day, and I hate to spend a lot of time. It has wire wings. Its wings are wire. So I will come back to this. I will do more research on it. If any of you know anything about it, let me know. Again, he'll just sit in drafts and he'll hang out on my desk with me until we figure it out, and I'll just get back to listing so I could hit my goal for the day in an hour's time. But he's so cute, or she, I don't know, it's cute. That may just be my blessing. Isn't it cute though? So cute. Alright guys, that is the last of the plush. The last of the items from the haul I was going to show you. So we did pretty good this last weekend. We did get only 104 items. I say only 104 because, as I mentioned, this weekend our friend who is in the Army, he's an he got promoted. He's lieutenant now. He's a lieutenant in the Army. He will be visiting us this weekend, so we'll be spending time with him. We're going to take him to our favorite burger joint, Burgatory. Those of you that know Gnome and the Frog, David and Bill, that's where we took them when they visited us. And we'll be going to see Avengers, Here Comes the Train. end game and probably hitting up an escape room or mini golf or something like that and just spending time with our friend. So we were trying to we were trying to source a little bit extra last week to kind of hold us over for 2 weeks of listing, including our death piles and all the stuff we already have until we can source again. Noelle says, why am I having to show all my photos after I download them? I can't answer that question. I really don't know the answer to that question. I used when I first started, I had an S8, then I had an S9, and now I have an S10. And half the time, my pictures load in right side up, and half the time they're upside down, and I have to rotate them. And I don't know why. I don't know the rhyme or reason to it. They all look the same to me on my phone, and then sometimes they're upside down and sometimes they're not. Taking me longer to flip them. Yeah, it is kind of annoying, but I don't really know the rhyme or reason to that because they look all the same here, but not all of them are upside down when I load them in. Fate or Faded. My Little Pony Lunar Guard. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys are going to see my little ticks that I keep for how much I list every day, but I just wanted to show you that I did write that down, MLP Lunar Guard. Thank you so much. I will definitely look that up. I appreciate it. So, yeah, that's our haul. Hopefully it will hold us over for 2 weeks. We are listing extra. We're trying to get our listings up. We're trying to get our sales up, but we're also trying to ramp it up before we take some time off this weekend to spend with Jeremy, and then we'll ramp it up next week. Again, like the post taking the time off, and I think everyone's kind of ramping up before we go to Vegas. So keep your fingers crossed that next weekend, the first weekend of May, there will finally be some kind of community, neighborhood, or yard sale around here. You guys, I'm jonesing. I am literally having withdrawals. I need to hit a yard sale. I see all these wonderful haul videos and posts and videos and just excitement from all these other resellers, and I'm over here in Pennsylvania well, we don't get any. So keep your fingers crossed. I definitely want to start going to yard sales. I'm like I don't know what's going on with me. I want to say I'm addicted, and I haven't been in a long time, and this is what withdrawal feels like. But the sun is out. It is beautiful out. We have all the windows open. We're airing our house out. Everything smells good. I can smell freshly cut grass. I can smell the flowers blooming. I love spring. Anyways, you guys, I'm going to let you go. I've been talking at you for quite a while. Thank you so much for joining me today, for hanging out with me for a full hour, for looking at all of our plush with me, and for any and all help that you guys put in the comment section as I was asking questions. Like I said, I learn every day from you guys just as much as you learn from me, and that is the best part about this reselling community, is that we can all learn from each other. We all know a little bit about a lot of things, but we don't know everything about all the things, so we can all help each other. Speaking of that, if you haven't already, join our Facebook group. Link is in the description box. It's an amazing group full of lots of great people. It's a very positive atmosphere, and nice people just sharing their knowledge, and we have a lot of fun in there. Like this video before you leave. It does help the channel, guys, and if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Help us feed a hungry hippo. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. We're at Flippin' Hippos across all social media. Until next time, you guys, go be productive, go make some money, and have a good day. Bye, guys. Mwah. Thank you again for joining me. See you next time.